Welcome back, guys, and today we're going to look at the U11 Mini 4K drone by Ruko. Let's get this unboxed. This is not your normal, everyday, cheaper quad. So we're about to find out whether this is as good or better than some of the better ones I have tested. And I'm hoping it is, because at this point, the price tag tells me that I'm hoping for better features. And according to what I've seen, camera-wise, this should be a massive upgrade to all the other quadcopters we've looked at. And I want to know, wow, that was in there. And I want to know if this quadcopter is worth the price versus other quads we have tested on the channel. Because in the end, this one is probably 3 times more expensive than any of them that I've tested. So, I'll put the price on the screen. Let's take a look at what we have in the Ruko quadcopter. I like the case already. It's pretty sturdy. Okay, we are greeted, of course, with the quick start for the U11 Mini 4K. Right here you have your, getting some reflection here, some bags, your apps to download, to control or to have, visuals of the quadcopter. So we'll get to that. You have a manual here as well. We have a nice foam to protect everything. We have a cover, of course, and the cover, this is something I do like, I've been seeing lately, is they explain everything here of what everything is. So we have 2 boxes here on the side. We have a quadcopter, and we have the radio. First, let's take a look at these 2 boxes. Okay, so this is one of the batteries. Huh? Nice, almost a full charge. And this is probably another one, because I believe this one has 3, so there's probably 1 in the quad. So of course we have, as you can see here, we're going to have long press for record. Actually, it's pretty obvious here too, so it's got the red and the camera button right there. So long press is record, and of course short press is your photo. There's your gimbal control. Sin, normal, I'm going to say sin is for video mode, and then your normal is for regular, everyday, getting used to it, getting to learn it. And then you have sport. So you actually have a sport mode, which will probably unleash the quadcopter's full potential. And I don't recommend anybody doing that until they get used to their quadcopter. We do have, it looks like, is that a satellite button, or is it? So this is, so it is. It's a, so short press is camera, one-touch adjustment. Long press is turning off the GPS, which, of course, I don't recommend turning off the GPS. Well, if you're indoors. If you're indoors, yeah, you turn it off. That makes sense. That does make sense. And, of course, this is your short press cruise control. Nice. I've never had cruise control on a quad before. That's interesting. That's cool. And sin, okay, so sin is low speed, normal is your medium, and sport is your high. So sin is not video or video mode. So although it would probably be the better mode for doing video, but anyway, that's what it is. You have your return home button right here, and you have your power switch, of course, right here. Now, on the bottom of this, and guys, just so you're clear, this is not a dumb thing to have. This is an amazing thing to have, because it just literally told me how to tell you what everything on this controller already is. That's awesome. So we flip down. We have a Type-C for charging, because this is a battery in here. That's right, you don't have to worry about that. And then you have your thumb screws, which, may I add, are actually metal. So let's just screw those in. This is absolutely, wow. This feels good. So we're off to a good start here. A guarantee, like at the same point here, we're off to a good start, but we still have to, you know, verify what we're paying for this. So let's take a look at the quadcopter. So again, we have another battery right here. We'll just lay that right here. And it wasn't plugged in right out of the factory. It had a little spacer stopping it from going all the way in, which is great, especially for shipping. You don't want the quadcopter to be, one, draining your battery that's being stored, because these are basically in storage mode before they come to you, and two, engaging anything or causing swelling or anything over shipping. So let's get right to unfolding this quadcopter. And everything seems to be what I kind of expect. Very lightweight, and they're doing that, of course, to keep regulations in check. This does not require any licensing or anything like that. It's definitely under that weight. And I'm loving what they're doing now, because we're getting quadcopters that are so sophisticated and so advanced and capable, when we used to spend over $1,000 plus for massive ones to do what these do. So that's really impressive. I'm going to peel this off. Alright, so this is a clear looking cover here. I don't know if we're going to see something when it starts up. I have no idea. And we also have a thing here saying remove before use. So this will be a camera cover. There we go. So I've removed it before use. And if we unclip it, we'll notice we have a camera in here that is full gimbaled. So there's something right off the hop that is better than any other quad that I've done on the channel, because we've had up and down, but not like full stabilization. Yeah, I mean, it's time. Let's take this out and play. Very windy today. Extremely. There we go. What? Sorry? Oh, perfect. I love this weather.
thing's awesome, but it's so windy these past couple of days. It's handling it. Whoa! That was close. I almost hit my Jeep. Thing's supposed to have an amazing camera, so I went way up taking shots all the way back. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Actually, I'm pretty impressed. Very good control on it. Like I'm in like the middle mode where it got a little bit of hump because I don't want to be in a crazy mode around here. But this thing can do, I think it's 98 feet. So 98 feet away or up or whatever. And if I lose it, I just hit return to home and yeah, it's pretty cool. Trying. Right now it's just all review.
Okay guys, there's a few things I want to address with this quadcopter, especially after flying it, putting it out in the field, and understanding it a bit more. I did everything to try and justify the price of this quadcopter. I thought, there's no way, for the fit, feel, and finish, it felt like every other $200, $300 quadcopter. But that's where it ended. Batteries, of course, great. You can literally power a battery up and plug it in and it's on. Like, seriously, it's kind of cool. There was a few other things too, though. Like, I didn't go in and open up parts that should have been done on the unboxing. Like, for example, the Type-C to micro USB and the Type-C to the Apple Lightning. Now, reason why? And I was like, oh no, well, where is the Type-C to Type-C? Well, the Type-C to Type-C, guys, was already in here. That's what this is. Okay? So this would come out. The other part's plugged into the unit. You can unplug that to plug a different one in. And that plugs into your phone, which is amazing. I mean, amazing. So, that being said, it was something I overlooked, and this quadcopter needs it as it doesn't hook up wirelessly. It hooks up via the cable. Now, maybe a first version of this did, because I was reading up on 4K recording, and the only way people said it would record 4K, of course, is to the quadcopter, and that is 100% true. And if you take it out, you plug it in, and things aren't right with your memory card, well, it automatically records to your phone. And that means you're getting a 720p signal. Now, I'm going to show the 720p because it actually blew my mind. And then I'm going to be doing comparisons and showing you the same flight 720 and the same flight in 4K. And wow, this did not disappoint me. In fact, now, I want to say this loosely. This is the quadcopter of my choice, yes, right now. Absolutely. I tried everything to flaw it. And the reason being is, well, like I said, price versus other quads that I have done reviews on. And I guess maybe I shouldn't have even tried because I didn't really find anything. The V2 can record to your phone and to the card in a quadcopter simultaneously. But don't make the same mistakes I did. I put a 128 in, of course a 4K capable, I believe it was a SanDisk, I'll check. I put in a Patriot. So I don't know if you can see, I don't know if the camera's really going to show that. It's Patriot 128, and it is a 4K capable memory card. Now, and I'm familiar with this because if you do not use that type of memory, same thing with my Sony AX53. It will not record 4K. It'll record 1080. So, to your phone, it records 720p automatically. So you're getting the same feed recorded here that you're getting recorded on 4K in here. So 720p, and if you don't have a memory card, that's what you'll get. And again, I will show right here again, it is absolutely amazing because that's kind of the quality I was getting out of $200 copters. And that disturbed me a little. So, deep down, you're paying for the quality of the tech that's in this unit. It can do everything the other quadcopters can. I don't even need to get into the, follow me or send it with coordinates to do whatever. It speaks for itself. I decided that instead of filming the quad in the air, the quad filmed itself in the air. So you're seeing it fly around. The wind was brutal the last 2 days.
There we go.
And this thing hardly skipped a beat. It was waving around up there. It wouldn't leave its spot. The proximity sensors, everything on this, absolutely amazing.
I love this weather.
And the one other thing that was really cool about it was my picture and my video were pretty much still stabilized. All my flight you're seeing and recording from the last 2 days is under heavy wind. And that, yes, I have quads here that hold the wind pretty decently, but they did show nothing but shaky video. This guy here maintained it. So you're paying for one gimbal technology that is not in a cheaper quadcopter. That is something right off the hop. This right here works. It must motorize or step up when it's there, but it works. Do I feel like the quality of the plastic's any worse? No, I think it's the same. I think it's on par, and I think I know why it's that way. And that is to keep the price down, the weight down. The weight down. So we're not having an issue with authorities and police and whatever laws that we can break by having a heavier quadcopter. This guy kind of reminds me of the drones, and I hate to say it, that would be used in a military style. It can more than likely take a decent payload because it definitely has the power. And I could see why the future is going this way. These small drones, they're actually doing what big drones and big boy drones did 7-8 years ago. And that impresses me because I started out with those big boy drones. And was I ever as good as my buddies? No.
Yeah, but I can't be Team Captain. I suck at everything.
But I had them. And this little guy here, I'll give you a hand to show the, comparison, is what they call a pocket drone. And it can do everything and anything my other drone could do, and so much more. Not only on video quality, but on every aspect. The GPS locking is better. The return home is better. Everything about it is just better. And I expected that as technology went forward. So I have to say, I'm extremely impressed with this. This is a different type of review video that I'm trying here. And that was because, well, I set out to, I guess in a weird way, debunk it. I was like, wow, why is this thing worth so much? Well, what's under the hood? That's why. The radio. That's why. This is such a good radio. Everything about it. There was no glitches. There was no nothing. This is just good hardware. So guys, if you like the video, please subscribe and share or like or dislike or whatever you wish to do. But please don't not look at this quadcopter. If you are able to spend a bit more money over others than many others on the channel, this here is so far worth every penny. If you are into quads and you're into something that you think that you could, race around with or play around with and have the speed, durability, and all the fun capabilities of a camera drone, look no further. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you liked the video. Game over.